Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. We're going to be doing a reading here where we get some messages from your spirit guides. So this can be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, whatever placement you feel called to check out or resonate towards. If you're here and you're watching this video, you've clicked on this video, you likely resonate with the message, and there's likely at least one message in this video for you. The other thing is, try to detach from needing to place a time, like a time limit on this reading. In other words, the messages that we get in this video might not be for October. The time frame might be all the way out as far as, February, November. I had one reading in this series that went out to May. The messages were for May of 2023. So during the video, what I'll do is I'll try to intuitively get a time frame for when these messages are hitting. So with that said, let's go ahead and Spirit Team, I ask you to give me a few messages about what has been going on here for Cancer people recently. So what has been going on here for Cancer people recently? So we have, okay, interesting. Okay, so we have 4 cards here. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles showing up here. And then we also have these 2 cards, which I'm going to read together. We have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords reversed. I guess I will read this reversed. I typically don't read reversals, but this is interesting. So some of you here have been in limbo, okay? Some of you have been in limbo with your relationship stuff, all right? So you can see the sword symbolism here showing up on the reading. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak, okay? And I think for some of you, this has really kind of spun you out in a way. This person feels like they're in limbo. I'm just looking at this upside down here, reversed. When you get something like a Nine of Swords or a Ten of Swords in reversed, the meaning can actually be a good thing. It can mean that you're releasing yourself from something. You're releasing yourself from, anxiety, you're releasing yourself from pain. And I do think that maybe some of you are kind of doing that here. You can see that these swords probably will fall this way instead of falling this way, reversed. And so it is almost feeling like, for some of you here, while I think some of you have been in limbo for quite some time, probably around a breakup, because the Three of Swords is a major card of separation, of breakup. I do think that there's been new energy here that has come in for you. I'm using the Before Tarot. The Rider-Waite Tarot, and the After Tarot. It's a very interesting combination of cards here. But anyway, yeah, you've been in limbo here in your relationship stuff, but there's been another area of your life. There's been another sector of your life here that is bringing you energy. It's bringing you life. And the reason is you have this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is it's one of these breakthrough cards, okay? And you can see the swords breaking through the mountain, right? It's cutting through the mountain. And the universe is like, here, go in this direction. When you get this Ace of Swords, it can feel like divine inspiration. It can feel like divine guidance when you get the Ace of Swords, or you feel like you are just pulled towards a new beginning, or you're pulled towards doing something. And for you, this might look like something connected to your financial independence with this Nine of Pentacles. The thing is, there has been a separation here for sure for some of you, for I think many of you in the past, because Nine of Pentacles in a love reading would maybe consider that you've been single for some time and you're really like enjoying your independence, right? You're really enjoying you. I do think that you've been in limbo for a little bit in the kind of love areas of your life. And it's maybe just that you've needed time to process. And you should, if you're resonating with that, you should really take as much time as you need to work through something or to work past something in your love life. Which, by the way, if you're not here, so if you're here and your relationship's going well, that message is simply not for you. You should not be worried or paranoid about something in your relationship, because this is showing up in the past, okay? This is showing up as separation that has already happened. Some of you on a different level, if you're not here, if like the love is just not resonating with you, it is possible that you were let go of from a job as well, or there was something that fell out of your life, something that has fallen out of your life here. Can we get a clarification on this Nine of Pentacles? Can we get a clarification on the Nine of Pentacles, please? Okay, so you have the Hanging Man, or the Hanged Man. You know, I think some of you have let go here. And I do think that there was a period of time that you really, like I said, you really held on. But isn't it interesting? This person's actually in limbo. The Hanged Man is actually in limbo here. And, you know, they really need to embrace a transformation in their life. They really need, number 12 is the Hanged Man, number 13 is the Death card. They really need the Death card to help them kind of move out of that limbo stage. I think some of you are like, well, wait a second, I'm making it fine on my own. You know, maybe you started a business with that Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, or maybe you were just really called to do something. And maybe it was something that you didn't really feel like you could do when you were in a partnership or in a relationship. And I think that for some of you, you really have, you know, you were in limbo, no doubt. But I also think that some of you have really embraced some new independence in your life. Let's get a clarification on this Ace of Swords. Can you get one card here? Can you get one card? Okay, you do have this Ten of Swords. Very clear here, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords. Big ending, but as the Ten of Swords suggests, all right, as one thing ends, another begins. When you get the Nine of Swords, right, one door closes, another door opens. That's like the true energy of the Nine of Swords. And, you know, the thing about the Ten of Swords, my apologies. The thing about the Ten of Swords is there's no limbo energy with the Ten of Swords. What's done is done when you get the Ten of Swords. Can we get a clarification on this 9 and the 3 of Swords? Chariot, that's Cancer. Okay, the Chariot is the Cancer card. So yeah, this is just a double confirmation here that of what's been going on here. There's major separation here from a person, or for some of you, it's maybe connected to career in some ways. But yeah. So okay. So let's go take a look here. What's on the bottom of the deck? So you do have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles can suggest somebody who's maybe a little bit reserved in life. But let's go ahead and, Spirit guides, can you please show me some messages around what is going on here in the current situation for Cancer? So, perfect, thank you. We have 3 cards. So, you have the Lovers, you have the King of Wands, and you have the 10 of Wands here. So for some of you, there might be a fire sign in the picture. Now this person, or Gemini. Now this person, listen, they could be their rising sign could be a fire sign. Their moon sign could be a fire sign. Maybe they have a different sun sign, but they have fire energy about them. With the King of Wands, they could be any gender as well. I don't attach gender to these cards. But, for some of you, after this period of limbo, there could be somebody that has come in here recently in the current situation. I also think that what your spirit guides want you to know is that you are meant to be a boss in this lifetime. Like, you are meant to really step into your boss energy here, okay? And the reason is the King of Wands, this is somebody who is extremely successful in business. And the reason that they are successful is not because they're like shrewd per se, but because they are passion-led. They are passion-led, okay? If they don't love what they do, they don't do it. Simple enough when you get the King of Wands. And so for you, and then you have this energy of the Lovers here, for you, it's like this period of like whatever happened here with this relationship separation, this limbo energy, like this was a necessary thing. I know that's not what you want to hear. And I know it doesn't like make everything better for me to say that, but it was a necessary thing because Spirit's like, your guides are like you're meant to do amazing things here. You're meant to do major things here with this King of Wands energy. And, you know, I think we have another 10, right? So we have these 10s, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. It's completions, okay? 10 of Wands is also a completion. The thing is, the 10 of Wands can indicate burdens. If I'm looking at this 4 of Pentacles illustration here on the Before Tarot, you can see that these 3 people are giving this person pentacles. These 3 people are sort of like relying on this person, or they're kind of like, they're putting this guy on a pedestal here. And what I think might be happening here is, and isn't this interesting, we also have the 3 of Pentacles below. So we have the 3 into the 4 of Pentacles here on the bottom. And so what I'm getting at here is, I think that some of you, some of you probably, there are people who rely on you. And I also think that there are people who really require your attention. And, this might be a burden for some of you in work. I think that there are people who've come to rely on you in some respect here. Now, there could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. There could also be a Gemini here with the Lovers card. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's clarify the Lovers card. Can we get one card to clarify the Lovers card? All right, you do have this 8 of Wands. This person could be coming in quickly, all right? And it is possible that they've already stepped into your life in some respect, or you may have already met this person. But we're getting all of this Wands energy. And the 8 of Wands is really an energy of accelerated motion, things moving ahead in your life, things moving quickly. 8 of Wands can also say that there's good news coming in from a distance. Or, I just heard abroad as well. And it is a card that can indicate flights, taking a flight, traveling. Some of you could have a travel romance here lining up for you. I know that sounds romantic, but yeah, some of you could absolutely have that lining up for you here. And generally, the 8 of Wands is a good card you want to get in a reading. Can we clarify this King of Wands? Wow. Okay, I feel guided to take these other cards, but you do have this Ace of Swords here clarifying the King of Wands. Can we also take a look at the Empress here with that? And let's take a look at the 2 of Wands here on the 10 of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands, Ace of Swords. So we had the Ace of Swords here. We have the Ace of Swords repeating in this reading. You really, some of you may just decide that you're not really into a relationship right now. Yeah, because so Wands in tarot can connect to work, career, enterprise, business, and your passion in life. And the Empress is the biggest card of abundance in the tarot, okay? The Empress is associated with Venus, which is a planet of love. There could be love here coming in for some of you. However, I want you to think about this at a deeper level. I think some of you are falling in love with an aspect of your business or an aspect of your career. Particularly, this is for those of you who are single. I mean, hey, maybe if you're already married or in a happy relationship, you're falling in love with your career again. That would also maybe work in this reading as well. But the Ace of Swords is major breakthroughs. You have the two breakthrough cards here with the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords twice, you're getting breakthroughs. And again, I think Spirit is listen, you don't need to go back to Chad or, Carrie or whatever. You have something else here that's happening. And it looks pretty incredible. It looks pretty incredible for you. The 2 of Wands clarifying the 10 of Wands. 2 of Wands can talk about business partnerships. And like I said, yeah, I think that's the definition I'm going to go with for this reading, because I was talking about how you have this 4 of Pentacles, you have this 3 of Pentacles here. There's something about partnerships connected to business that may be a little bit of a burden for you right now. I would stay with the real ones is just what came into my mind. All right, if there are too many, what is that phrase? Too many cooks in the kitchen. I'd stay with the real ones. Can we get, all right, let's take a look here. What is on the bottom? I mean, look, three of the swords on the bottom. I'm just repeating messages here for you. Yeah, I think the lingering energy of some separation. Spirit guides, what is the outcome? What is the outcome for for Cancer? What is the outcome here? Can we get 3 cards? Nice. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. Can we get 2 more cards? 2 more cards, please. King of Cups, 1 more card. And there it is. And actually we have 2. King of Wands again, and the 10 of Pentacles here. Wow. Coming in with the King of Wands. So, yeah, I mean, you have such a deep relationship to work, career, enterprise, business right now that looks healthy. So my biggest advice to you, what Spirit wants you to know at this time is definitely not a time to force love, because it's almost like there's something better here. I mean, that's the truth almost every time. Like, that's always a good advice. But if you look at this Ace of Pentacles, this is seed energy. You have 3 aces showing up here. Some of the most that I've seen in this series so far that I've done here. And the Ace of Pentacles is planting that seed and seeing it grow in to the 10 of Pentacles. So you can't get to the 10 of Pentacles, you can't get the chest of gold here. You can't live in the castle until you plant the seed. You have to plant the seed. Spirit, can I get a time frame on when this reading is for? March. Any other time? I think this is really manifesting around March for you. And am I saying that you're going to get to the 10 of Pentacles in March? I don't know. What I am saying is that I feel like if this reading is for you, you are absolutely planting that seed by March. And, for some of you, I think maybe even do that earlier. Some of you may have already done that because we have 3 aces. We have an ace in every column. And you might really start to see some results in March. I'm not saying you're going to be like wildly rich or whatever, but hey, maybe some of you will. But I'm by March. But I'm saying like the time frame that's coming to mind here is March. You have this King of Cups. So the King of Cups in tarot can be considered to be a good partner in life. Some of you really want to go for that, okay? And that might take some time to find this person. Yeah, it may take some time to find that person for you. Can we get a clarification on the Ace of Pentacles here? Get 1 card to clarify. Wow, you have the Star. Everything you wanted. Like really, the Star is a wish come true. It is one of the 2 major wish cards in the tarot. It's a wish being granted to you. It's connecting to something outside of you. When you start a business, it's a very spiritual process, or it can be if you actually care. It can be a very spiritual process. Can we get a clarification on this King of Cups? The Fool. You're going to be, if you do date somebody, by the way, it doesn't matter what gender they are, this will be somebody who is different. Okay, this is somebody who's different in the future. If you decide to start dating again, this is not your usual type. We get a clarification on the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Wands. 1 card. What do I even say here, Cancer? I mean, 10 of Cups. Literally everything that you could want in life is the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Wow, this is like, I don't even need to say anything else. And you can't even make this up. 9 of Cups on the bottom. 9 of Cups is the other major wish card. You have the Star and the 9 of Cups. This is like major dreams come true, wish come true energy. This is the best reading I've done, I think, in this series. And what's interesting is it started off a little bit challenging. So if you're still here, let me know also if you're still here. But do let me know what you think about this type of reading. Can we get some of these Kipper cards? Can we get 4 more? So you have Official Person, Thief. Can we get 4 more? Courtship, Bad Health. 2 more. Imprisonment, Expectation. On the bottom, you have this occupation card, which is syncing up here with the expectation energy, is what is my gut is telling me for you, okay? And I do think that some of you are needing to separate like the real ones from the fake ones in business at this time. I think if you can do, and in love, I think some of you separating the real one and the fake one, very important, because there is a fake energy here with the thief card. And I think that this is probably likely in business with thief and imprisonment. Also, don't, like, you yourself, don't be fake. I'll just be real with you. Don't be fake, because the Spirit's not going to align that for you if you're not being real. It's not going to come into alignment. So you have to be real. And there is somebody available here with courtship. Again, I think there could be multiple people actually available to you. But you got to separate the right one here. Bad health is whatever happened here with this limbo situation. Some of you have been limbo for a while, and that's why the bad health card's coming in. But some of you do have a fake person in your business partnerships that you need to suss out. And it may take some time for that to happen. Not something you should be afraid of, but something to be aware of, I think. I think you're probably already aware of them. But you have, like, it's like you're supposed to, Spirit's like, don't worry about the clowns, you know? Like, you're supposed to be, like, running a Fortune 500 company, I just heard in my mind, you know? Like, that's exactly what I just heard in my mind. Like, you're supposed to be running something here. So, wow. Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.